Hagrid. What exactly are these things?
They're goblins, Harry.
Back on HP1, when we did the Gobelins for the first time, it was an interesting exercise. David Heyman, from the very beginning, said to me, this is not a fantasy film. These goblins have got to feel totally real. They've got to feel like real people in their own environment. And so, when I look at it now, they're very stylised, but they do fit into their environment really well. They fit the flavour of the first movie. When we came back to it on the last movies, we sat back and thought, OK, it's been nearly 10 years. Technically, this will be easier because we're not experimenting as much. But they've got to be so much better.
And does Mr. Harry Potter have his key?
Goblins have really been my other sort of mainstay of characters. Of course, the Goblin Bank Teller in the first film. I think I played a goblin in the 5th film. And now, of course, in number 7, we have Griphook, who is a very different goblin.
Hello! Ready for the office?
I'm just so thrilled that I am playing him, because any actor will tell you that.
I can't try to be evil.
With Griphook, we looked at what we did on the first picture.
Lamp, please.
Where it was really a sort of walk-on part that Vern Troyer did. So we took that look and we transposed that look onto Warwick. Then we just started mutating. First one we did, everyone loved, and then David Heyman at first sort of went, do you know, I just feel it's a little heavy, can we take it down a little? So it's one of those moments where you go, of course, and you walk out of the room and just go, oh my God. But he was dead right.
Yeah, I like those. It's a team effort to bring him to the screen, which is an interesting way of working. There's a huge amount of people involved.
As we get dressed now, may not be pleasant, so I'll plan with you.
Warwick's quite a unique person in that he's got this, wonderful, unique stature that allows you to turn him into all sorts of wonderful characters. He's also a thumping good actor. When you get somebody who really can use a makeup, can perform it, your work just improves and improves and improves. And so I've been very fortunate working with Warwick.
And I have your word, Harry Potter, that you'll give me the sword of Gryffindor if I help you.
Harry is negotiating with Griphook to really get access to Gringotts, because you cannot get into that bank without the help of a goblin.
Goblins, welcome to Gringotts Bank.
We have this wonderful sequence of breaking back into the bank, which involves 60 goblins, which is quite a tall order to find enough short people to fulfill that role.
I told you I was a goblin, really. I told you I was made for something, to be something in life.
As well as being an actor, I'm an agent. I represent actors under 5 feet tall. So production came to me very early on in the pre-production process and said, look, we are doing this scene, we need 60 people, will you better help us? So we did a sort of mass casting, basically, for David.
Harry Potter. Well, here we are at the Goblin Workshop at Leavesden, and basically we have all of our actors who are going to play goblins here.
We've just arrived. They've just fished a load of dwarves and short people from out the area. They said, come to Leavesden. I think it's a goblin reunion.
There's a lot of small people here to be goblins, so we're just in the process of doing a workshop.
It's very much a professional gathering today, but also a very social gathering for everyone. People who have worked together before, people who have never met each other, and of course, all being short, they all see the world from the same perspective and have a lot in common.
Hi guys. Guys, thank you so much for coming, because we're putting a whole sequence together, and what I need to see and what Jamie needs to see, what we need to see together really, is who we want to foreground and who amongst you might make the stronger actors for us, basically. So thank you very much for coming in. I'll see you all in a minute.
Hello, good morning. My name is Rusty.
Hi, David. I'm Bindi Johan.
I'm Nathan Phillips.
My name's Maxwell Ed.
I started my career with film career with Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, the original.
I've done a lot of theatre work.
I think the first thing I did was Willow when I was 7.
I've been in Prison of Azkaban, briefly.
Some of us have been in various Harry Potters before.
I did the first one, yeah.
I've been 4 of them so far.
And the 3rd one and the 4th one.
So I've been a goblin, and I'm here to be another goblin.
Well, it's a proper face cast this time, so yeah, should be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Bonus.
On the first movie, we did, I think, 7 or 8 prosthetic goblins and about 40 background pull-on masks for Gringotts. On this one, we're doing 45 full prosthetic makeups and about 20 background heads. I wanted every single one to be different. So here we're painting goblin hands and goblin faces being painted.
Literally just carve in tiny little areas like this, you know, just to try and build a skin texture up nice and slow.
This will be the biggest thing we attempt to do.
Well, we're making the wigs, knotting the hairs in, one at a time. It's a time-consuming process.
Making one of these is fine. Running a system where you're producing the numbers is actually what's taken the time to figure out. It's, you know, a production line. No, I don't mind it. I think it's quite... It's strange, but hey. Then you've got the nightmare of, OK, we've made all these bits. We've got all these little people in. How the hell are we going to stick it all on in 4 hours? So you're then putting together a crew of makeup artists, and it'll be 175 people in the end, all applying makeup.
Hello, and welcome to the Goblin Makeup Factory.
Let your goblins visit the bathroom before you put the hands on them. Today's day 2 of rehearsing the goblin makeups. So yesterday we put the makeups on without any time pressure. What we're attempting to do today is do it actually timed as if we were shooting. Because today's Friday, we shoot on Monday. So today will be interesting.
Sorted a lot of things out yesterday, made a lot of mistakes and stuff, so it's good to figure things out a little bit. Just making different mistakes today.
That's 10 times better. No, great.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And it's coming on really
even he's happy.
So the kind of whole process has worked really quite well this morning.
Yeah, it's been
There's so
amazing.
many people here. It's all just, and you're all under time as well.
Yeah. It's been really nicely organised.
Just close your eyes. See, that's all. No, I have no problem with any of that. No, it's nice.
Thank you very much.
It's a logistical exercise. Once you've sculpted 40 goblins, you're beginning to feel you're running out of ideas as to what they're going to look like. And in fact, on a couple of occasions, sculptors have gone, oh God, I'm doing the same one again. You know, so monitoring that and trying to make the characters interesting is one exercise that's been going on for some months.
We keep changing his facial hair. It started off with no facial hair and quite a bouffant hairstyle. I think we're still going to have the monocle. And then yesterday we did it with a longer facial hair, but now today we've trimmed it back because he said he'd like it shorter. So we've trimmed it back, and I've just given him a little bit of body in the hair just to match with the beard. And we'll see how it goes, really.
Were you pleased with your face?
Overall look? Well, yeah, I was, because it wasn't much difference to my normal face, so just more, you know, probably Back to the Future, I suppose. And yep, there you go. There's my hairdo.
A lot of our goblins are women. Well, there aren't any female goblins, so you're transferring a male character onto a female anyway. So there, you're really sort of ignoring their facial features and putting something completely different on.
It's really quite strange because although obviously we don't look anything like this, it's sort of, it does look like you know, you can recognise people, which is a real surprise. But luckily I don't look this bad in the mornings normally.
Rather odd looking at your wife when she looks like this.
He says I look mad in a bad mood, but I don't.
I can't tell. I think she looks constantly and a bit grumpy. It's quite a weird thing when you wear a prosthetic. People look at it and they don't want to approach sometimes. Oh, he looks a bit stern, you know. But that's just the way the face is, even when you might be quite cheerful inside. Would you recognise, if I hadn't told you that was Mum, would you recognise it was?
Yeah.
You would still recognise it? She reminds me of her father, I think that's what it is.
If I go like that?
She looks like her dad a bit now.
I'm mad.
Yeah, it is. Or is this the future? Is this the future Mrs Davis? Could be.
Respect. Yeah, that'll do.
David Yates was obviously very nervous because we're getting a lot of little people, and some of them, you know, are very good performers, but others hadn't done a lot of performing at all. In fact, it just went so well, and you could see he was just, you know, he was very pleased with what he was getting.
And action.
Brilliant. First day of Goblin filming. It was a tremendous day, actually. I think when everybody walked onto set, fully dressed in their suits and their makeup and wigs, and sat at their positions, it was quite special.
Loving it. It's breathtaking.
breathtaking.
Marvellous. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Everybody took a step back there and thought, wow, we're really creating something quite special here and quite incredible.
And action. Okay, come back.
I think they look fantastic, and everyone was really, really pleased. So, you know, we did it. And again, it's another joy of working on a franchise, is you've got to go back to something, revisit it, and do it much better.
Or 5.